A Peabody Award is presented to Why We Fight, the story of Rosie O'Donnell and Elizabeth Hasselbeck. No, wait, it says here it's a richly detailed documentary that examines the history and implications of President Dwight D. Eisenhower's warnings regarding the military-industrial complex.
Today, we don't have a broad-based American feeling about why we're fighting in Iraq. People's confidence in the United States is not what it was 15 years ago. It's not what it was during World War II.
Yesterday, USA. Precious celluloid, such as the Why We Fight orientation films, familiarizing our soldiers.
You know, it's interesting, Why We Fight was actually the title of a series of World War II films that were done by one of the great directors.
Master of the art of motion picture entertainment, Frank Capra.
The Frank Capra films, even back then, were propaganda to kind of build up a war fever.
Americans fighting.
But given that it was during a global world war, there were a lot of reasons that Americans embraced.
We're fighting for liberty, the most expensive luxury known to man.
Today, if you went downtown to my local town and you asked 5 people why we're fighting in Iraq, you'd get 5 different answers.
And accepting the Peabody Award is filmmaker Eugene Jarecki.
So I've brought up with me 4 of the many people who mean a great deal to this film and without whom the film could not have been made. Nick Fraser of BBC Storyville, really who was there at the very inception, as was Marina Tansen of CBC Canada, who really was a shepherd of the film throughout. My partner in crime, Susanna Shipman, who's the co-producer. I want to thank my wife, Claudia, who's really the inspiration for deep thinking on issues of our time that mean a great deal to me, and I think to many of us, for me, and also to my mom, who's here, who I always thank for everything, starting with my existence. But most of all, Wilton Sexer, who is in the film, and for anybody who's seen it, will know Wilton was a Vietnam veteran for a good number of years, then was a New York City cop, and then lost his son on September 11th, and had the extraordinary depth of character to be willing to share that with myself, my camera crew of strangers, and then with the rest of the community that got to see the film. I'm incredibly indebted to him for his willingness to do that and to show his own ability to challenge assumptions at a time of war. It's so very difficult, and no one could have possibly known that better than Wilton. So I just wanted to really dedicate the film to his son, Jason Sexer, who is my age and couldn't be with us today. Thank you.